everybody, and welcome to another episode of Epic Geek Out, the only show on the internet where Rob and I actually hire Aaron Sorkin to write our epic biographies. I'm your host, Chad.
I'm your host, Rob. Like always, check out our new website, www.epicgeekout.com. Check out some of the articles that are on there. Subscribe
stuff.
Above us, around us, wherever the little button is, to our YouTube channel. We would appreciate that.
Also, we're on Twitter at Epic Geek Out and Facebook and everything else.
And
so
I recently just checked out our Pinterest one. The 4 posts made me all laugh, so you can check us out on Pinterest.
Yeah, we got to get more on there. But, we got some stuff. So let's get into our review of Aaron Sorkin's The Newsroom. So today we're talking about the new show on HBO called The Newsroom from creator Aaron Sorkin, who is famous for The West Wing, Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip. You're a huge fan. Right.
Movies,
Social Network. Yeah, tons of stuff. It stars a bunch of people: Emily Mortimer, Allison Pill, who else?
Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels, obviously.
Dev
people.
Patel from Slumdog.
The guy Watterson.
Hope I got his name right.
from Law and Order. Tons of people in it, but it is basically revolves around a newsroom and like a CNN style.
I get it.
Yeah, like a CNN style news program. Jeff Daniels, the lead character, is always kind of like the even-keeled, non-committal,
Leno-esque, if you will,
non-committal person. Has a breakdown, goes nuts, kind of with his political views. So they try to sort of turn the show on its head and change it. Brings in new people to run his new show. Kind of a lot of stuff going on, but the plot, watch the first episode, you get the sense of the plot, what's going to be for the season. 10 episodes are ordered from HBO for a season. So, Rob, are you excited for The Newsroom? Do you like it?
Okay.
What do you think?
To give a little... Well, what I didn't realize was apparently this show is getting panned by critics. I mean, there's some critics who absolutely adore it. And I didn't realize that until after I watched the first episode. I watched the first episode, I think, with my jaw on the ground, in anticipation, in pure adoration and love of the show. We have only seen the first episode. I saw some of the critics have seen second and third or things like that. But from what I saw, I absolutely adore and cannot wait for this season to continue. First off, I'm a big West Wing fan. I love that show.
Your favorite show on epicgeekout.com?
It is. It is just well written. Some of the best moments in TV. I feel the characters, the acting, just the combination of everything is just it's near perfect. I mean, and then The Newsroom just comes in, and some people are saying that it's too smart for itself or it's preachy. I didn't get any of that watching the episode. From all the points that they made about our system that we live in now, for lack of a better term, that it's this influx of information, but the information on these news networks is a bear falling out of a tree that was captured on YouTube and is popular.
And it's all filtered by the affiliation of the network.
And he even says in the episode that we're advertising based. What do you do? It's impossible to have a news show that is advertising based and both smart. And so I see what they're achieving for, and I want them to achieve it. The opening I thought was incredible, even though you saw
titles, bits. Or you talk about the titles, because I thought the titles were
the opening scene, like just the opening scene. He's at the university. He's giving non-committal answers the entire time, and then he just finally snaps, and you can just see why he snapped.
Right.
And you believe that someone could have a moment like that, and everything he said is very factual. The things that, and you saw this kind of in the previews, but then, after what he says, he has this inspirational speech about how we can regain being the best country and things like that. And that got me like, oh, we can. We
Chills,
just have to get
teary-eyed a little bit. It was good. I mean, it was
You just have to get unlazy and things like that. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe I certainly fell for it. I'm certainly an Aaron Sorkin fan. I love The Social Network. I love The West Wing. I mean, his writing has a unique style that I appreciate.
You can see the writing in everything he does.
I was a fan of Studio 60.
I did like that, yeah.
So I absolutely love the show. I have talked to people who have also liked it. I've recommended it to people. Excited. I think how they're playing off of the news events is amazing. That little piece of it, I think, is so great. The acting has been top notch from everyone. From even the old executive producer, who I have no idea what the actor's name is, to the new associate producer.
I hope he's in it more. I mean, he's gonna be.
Yeah, he was like moving like the 10 o'clock thing.
Yeah,
but like those two people, I've never seen in anything before, and I thought that they were great. He writes characters like no one else, and some might be stereotyped, like, you know, the boss in the bow tie who, you know, is getting too old and wants to make that final stand. And he was
a little different too, because he was kind of like goofy, which I didn't think he would be like that.
Yeah, but you can see how he could be like that boss thing, but like it fits and it works so well. I think he was great in it. I love there were moments when I laughed hysterically with him and moments that he had. So I am so excited for the next episodes.
I totally echo that. I mean, I can't say enough good things. I mean, I have a couple things that I'm going to say that I'm worried about, but love the show. I think it might be, next to Lost, my favorite pilot of television ever. Lost, great pilot, 2-hour pilot, awesome.
We did like Awake.
Yeah. Yeah. But it didn't affect me in this way, and I know it's same. From the very start of the show, I was engaged in the characters, I was engaged in the plot.
The cinematography, just to throw that on there,
too. I mean, I got chills, and we watched Totally Rad Show, Jeff Kanata gushed about it.
Yeah.
And he said something that really resonated, that he got choked up a little bit because of the quality of what was going on screen. And like, I've always felt that with shows where I was like, I don't know why I'm like getting emotional about this, because it's not sad necessarily, but it's that quality, and you feel it come through in the writing, in the acting, in the production value, in every single thing. And
you can tell the people care about what
exactly.
they make.
And
it's not a reality show where it's thrown together in the editing room.
But yeah,
but
I mean, like, it's an hour and 15-minute pilot, which, by the way, I didn't realize it was an hour and 15 minutes. And when it was getting to like 11 o'clock, I was like, shit, no.
Yes, I
was like, I wanted it to keep going, but it moves, and it's literally for 90% of it in one single room, and it's like moving, going. It's like
you pointed that out to me, and I was like,
crazy.
Yes. Yeah. You're absolutely right. I can't, and even the other stuff was in another single room. In
the same building, yeah. I mean, there was really only one scene that was the beginning when he was in a different place. But, I mean, every single part of the show is just amazing. And my only worry is that it's not going to be able to keep that up, because there is something that's kind of spoiler, so I'm not going to spoil that, because it was an awesome moment when it got revealed in the show. But it's just the way that they are portraying the news. I'm not sure that they can keep that up every episode, because what happens in this episode, there's no way that they can have something that important happen every episode. You know what I mean?
This is a guess for me that they did that as the first pilot. It was extended. Right. The others are going to be story arcs, because, a lot of times a news event isn't just a day. You know, they might still touch on this in the next episode and things like that.
That's my only worry, but other than that, I mean, I can see why people...
And stuff is presented, I'm sorry to interrupt, so smartly that it doesn't explain everything to you, but you understand exactly what's going on. They don't explain everyone's job in the control room, but when she's talking to the one guy, puts up the graphic, it just makes sense from your limited knowledge of how a newsroom goes.
Exactly.
I have no idea what an executive producer does, but once she throws on that headset and starts talking to her, I think I know what an executive producer does.
Their relationship's great too. Like every relationship, there's so many different machinations of relationships between her and him, and then the senior producer and the girl, and then
and
the
why they
senior producer
explain
and
her
the other
actually
guy.
taking the job, because like in the real life, someone wouldn't take the job with their backstory, their history, but like that was even touched on and explained, which I think is good that they explained it, because that was one of those things like, why would they ever put themselves in this situation? This is only on TV. But then they talked about it. They talked, and
I mean, I can see though how, like, I absolutely loved it. You absolutely loved it. I like Aaron Sorkin though, but I can see how people could get annoyed with the language, the wordplay, which is very in your face, obvious. The script comes through on the screen. I mean, you can tell this is smartly written, which I appreciate, but I can see how other people would get annoyed with it, I guess. But I've recommended it to everyone. I just want people to see it, hear people's reactions to it.
I want to talk to someone who didn't like it, because I don't understand why anyone can't.
I mean, I guess like you could think it's pretentious or whatever, just because it is very like you know, it's over the top.
It is Aaron Sorkin writing in his style.
You know, he calls back something from 2 sentences ago and like throws this in
That's
here.
what I love, though.
Yeah, awesome
Yeah.
show. I'm excited to see more. I'm sad there's only 10 episodes. It's not like a network show where there's gonna be like 30, but unfortunately,
100% check it out.
Quality show.
Yeah,
I mean, you
definitely.
can't argue that, whether you like it or hate it. The pilot is just a well put together piece of television. I think at least give the pilot a chance for sure.
I'm stoked for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
Stoked.
awesome show.
It's that time again where we like to give our thanks for the day. So, Chad, what are you thankful for today?
Today, I am thankful for an iPad app that I purchased/downloaded last week. It is called Magic 2013 Duels of the Planeswalkers, based on Magic the Gathering, the card game, which neither of us are really into, per se. I mean, I was into it as a kid. I wasn't, like, crazy, but I played. And it's just really cool. First of all, the best use of, like, an iPad app ever is for, like, card stuff like that, where you can, because it's, like, exactly what you do in real life, but, like, on a tablet.
I can't wait till it's 3D. Like
yeah,
Star
I know.
Wars
It's so
chess
cool.
and stuff.
But just really fun getting back into it. I am awful at it, so I'm not very far in the game. I'm playing the single player right now, and then you can play online against other people, which is cool. But they changed a lot of things in Magic since I played, but I love it. It might be geeky, but that's why we're here. We're here for geek things. So I mean, it's fun.
Don't
Magic
say geeky like it's a
2013.
bad thing.
No, I'm not saying that. But yeah, it's free to download to play. So if you've never played Magic, check it out. But then I think it's $9.99 to purchase Unlock the full game, where you can play against other people, unlock the full campaign, get access to unlock all the decks.
Is there like a story mode?
It's a story mode.
Okay.
But you basically just go to the
like
next
a
battle.
fighting game.
It's like
story mode.
Yeah, like you
Like
have
a
the next
crappy old,
person to battle, and then there's like a big boss at the end. There's a boss every level. So I mean, awesome game. Check it out, Magic 2013.
So sticking in theme, we reviewed today The Newsroom from Aaron Sorkin. Chad made mention of this earlier, so I figured it is only right to pay my respect and give my thanks to my favorite show, The West Wing. Just to speak about it a little further, there is no show that does drama like The West Wing did drama. There is no show that made you love every character, at moments hate them, but still loved and rooted for them. It is just tremendous. Seek it out any way you need to watch it. I don't believe it is.
I have not seen the whole show. I've seen episodes of it, only because of you guys, but I loved what I saw. So.
And it's something where if you start from the beginning, you're going to love it even more, because you get behind these characters, the decisions they make. They're put in these fantastic situations that, I mean, only a handful of people are in the world, and it is that. It's the president. It's things like that. And it just captures everything so well. Now I hope The Newsroom is going to fill that void that The West Wing left when it ended. But it is just truly amazing. I think it's a show that, it didn't end too long ago, but it certainly didn't lose its touch over time. I think it still would resonate today. So if you haven't watched it, definitely check it out. I highly, highly recommend it. But that's it for another week of Epic Geek Out. Thanks for watching. Tune in next week and have a great weekend.